All right, Shalom. All right, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the Apostle Great Muslim, who will and teach the world, and stars patience to Akim on the fourth corner of earth, pushing the truth in sincerity and charity. Once again, this is the brother Gabarba, and we have Yarmaya and the brother Shamyar here with us. And we're going to go into the topic of punishment for touching the apple of the Lord's eye. All right, and now for new brothers or people just coming onto this video, onto this channel who don't know who the apple of the Lord eye is, it's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true Israelites according to the Bible, and not the whole world as the Christian doctrine says. Okay, so let me get that in
Shalom, Mark.
Deuteronomy 32:9.
Yeah, about you know, Shabbat Katha.
Can you, Samir, can you mute that?
Damn, Slakia, my bad.
This is Deuteronomy 32:9. It says, "For Yahweh Bashem Yeshua's portion is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. He found him in the desert land and in the waste howling wilderness. He led him about, he instructed him, he kept him as the apple of his eye." All right. Now the Lord is only dealing with Israel. Okay, even in their captivity, even though he's using these other nations, especially Esau, as a whooping stick, the Most High is really concerned about Jake. He's concerned about Jake turning back, Jake following his law, his commandments. He was never dealing with the other nations, going back to Psalms 147, and I can get that 147 and 19. You know,
Khan.
because for you other nations to engraft yourself into this, pick up our book and then make a religion out of it, that's you're not pleasing the Lord. The Lord is not finding favor in that. That version is not dealing with that. And that's why now all of a sudden all of you guys are having problems with your doctrine, because it is of men. It is not of Yahweh Shem Yeshai. Yahweh Shem Yeshai is only dealing with the men of Israel, and that's why things are so difficult for you. Okay? Someone has that scripture?
Khan.
That
Psalms 147 and 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his
mm-hmm.
statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Right,
He hath not dealt so with any nation,
right,
and as
right.
and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
And that's why the world is in chaos, because they don't judge according to Yahweh Shem Yeshai. They don't know the judgment. Basically, they're playing house. They're making make believe. That's why Esau is always changing his legislation, or he's adding a new law, or he's removing a new law, because he's just basically improvising. Whatever benefits him at the time, that's law. When someone gets over it or finds a loophole, he changes it. If he puts a law and it goes wrong where it's destructive for him, he changes it. Okay, because he doesn't know how to judge righteously. He only knows how to judge you and how you treat him, how you operate in his system, operate in his world. Okay, but yet they're gonna throw the book at you in court and say, "Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?" But they don't know how to tell the truth. They don't know how to judge a man righteously. When a man stealeth, right, he puts him in jail instead of making him pay double of what he owes. You know, uh, when two homosexuals are holding hand in hand, he doesn't know that he's supposed to execute them, right? So these are manifestations and examples and signs to show you who really are the children of the Most High and who are not the children of the Most High. Because who leads this world? You got the Jewish people, you got the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimer, the Rockefellers, all these people that claim to be Jews, but yet they don't execute these laws, man. They don't, and they have the Talmud. The Talmud is before scriptures, all right? But they somehow incorporate our Bible to govern the world, because they know that that's what Jake ultimately goes to, scriptures. Okay, they believe in the Bible, though their ways are twisted on it. They still believe in the scriptures. All right. Anyone have a precept?
Khan. What was that I just brought out?
Psalms 147 and 19.
You go ahead, Jeremiah. I ain't got no. I'm gonna find something.
Okay.
And I had a precept in Psalms 72, and we're getting into the elect being protected from by Yahweh Hashem outside, right?
Uh,
Um, This is Psalm 72 and 12. So I'll start at 11. It says, Yea, all kings shall fall down before him, all nations shall serve him. For he shall deliver the needy when he cries, the poor also, and him that hath no helper. And that's us, man. That's us above even two-thirds, man. Because two-thirds, they got their help from Esau. They trust in oppression. So
Right.
the men that have no help, I was watching a video of brother, I believe it was in the Washington camp. He did a video on a dream he had called Mass Death. It came up today, I believe.
Yeah, that was GMS Custos.
God,
The
you know,
brother,
brother,
I forget his name.
yeah, the
Hmm.
brother was getting into about how he was
I think he froze.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
demon, Satan, man.
He don't even want it coming out, man.
What was that he was going into? Oh
He was
shit.
basically saying how we have no protection, man. We need protection from Yahweh Shemeshai, man.
God.
We're like a bug compared to these other nations, man. And
Right.
have
And he was bringing out my bad. He was bringing out the fact that the brother Kasat in the DC camp did the video on mass death, showing what you just said. Like a lot of our people not going to be covered in that day. You know, they're going to be a part of that mass death.
uh, that's right. And, you know, and that's us preaching out the word, man. That's and we're telling you, we're giving you the warning before it happens. You know, because you Jakes believe that because you have firearms that you're gonna somehow stand a chance and you're gonna make it through. You know, but you're not. I have a
But
quick preset.
yeah, I got one
So
at
like
you because you were saying that he doesn't execute righteous judgments or nothing like that. You go
Con.
ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna bring the preset. So if you have a preset, you can bring it up.
Yeah, I got it. Real. It's a quick. It's a quick one. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him,
Hmm.
but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Break it down. Huh?
Yeah, his soul is lifted up right in him. He's a proud man. That's why you see that look that Donald Trump carries. That's a proud look of Esau. He's like he's the poster child right now for the Edomites, for Esau. He carries that Edomite spirit. So does Putin. It says he also transgressed by wine, and that's his philosophies, his lies. His
Con.
body of lies. He gotta tell one lie, then he got to keep it going. That's why he always changing his laws. He's always bringing in new decrees because his laws don't stick. The laws of Yahweh Shemel Shah are deeply rooted. That's true laws that you could govern any society with. It says, "Who will large of his desire is hell and his death, and cannot be satisfied." Esau can't be satisfied with the fact that he has us in derision. He has us in captivity. He got to further the affliction. I had that precept as well, but I guess I just bring that out after you bring out yours. But it says he gathered unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. That's why America is like one big pot of gumbo, man. You got all these nations here trying to capitalize and make money off of the biggest consumers in the world, which is Jake, the tribes of Israel.
Good. Hey, I got a preset to back you up real quick. This is Sirach 13:1. It says, "He that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that Salakia, and he that has fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him." And that's where you see all these nations, right, have fellowship with who? Esau, man, the devil. That's why they're all capitalizing on Jake because they know what Jake doesn't have any backing. Jake doesn't have any government. They don't have any armies. They have nothing. So they're easy to what? To consume. Any brother in that scripture that was given us to consume. Uh, um, uh, I wish I knew where that scripture was because that's what these nations have done, man. These nations have spoiled and robbed Jake to the core, and they weren't satisfied with just taking our goods, our gold, and our city. They had to rob us of our mind. They had to rob us of the spirituality. They weren't satisfied with just breaking us down as a people and taking away the things that we had, man.
Is it
Even now,
Lamentations
read it.
uh, 3:22? It is the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, but his no, that's
No,
not it.
no,
Okay.
it says, and they have given us to consume. Basically, it's talking about Esau, man. Esau, that's exactly what Esau did. Esau has consumed Jake, man. Esau, Esau has basically put us down as the pavement, as the street, and walk over us. Okay, he laughs at us. He doesn't pity us. And Jake goes over there having pity on Esau. When Esau is low, he has pity on Esau. When Esau begs for money on the streets, he gives Esau money, man. Esau ain't giving y'all no money.
I got the precept.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 35:12. It says, "And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel,
Right,
saying they are laid desolate, they are given us to consume."
right, and that's our people because our people have no defense. Okay, and you know basketball. When you're on the court and the team ain't playing defense, man, you bring them to school. You terrorize them, man.
Con.
It can be a very bad situation when a team don't play no defense or has no defense, and that's Jake. We're the team with no defense. We're the ones that get dunked on, 3 points on, and they're not missing.
Hey, but the thing is, we have one player that if he ever when he checks in a game, his defense
Con,
is going to be like the best defense ever. You know.
con. It
So
carries
right
the
now
team.
we as a team though,
Right. Con. He's the one that carries the team. Cause then when the team starts seeing him getting hyped, guess what?
everybody else
Everybody
fall
else
in
is getting.
line. Everybody else fall in
Yeah,
line.
that's right, man.
Hey, what scripture was that?
That was
Yeah,
Ezekiel 35:12.
The water.
you know, and that's a beautiful thing, man. Cause hey, can we get that scripture where it says I think it's Zechariah 12 that Yahweh shall not meet thee as a man because when
So,
Michael Jordan gets on the court, yeah, when Michael Jordan gets on the court, right? There's times where Michael Jordan be playing a team and they're losing, and Michael Jordan gets on that court,
And it be a
and boy,
comeback.
it's like man versus an angel when he gets in zone, man. Once he gets in zone, it's like he's unstoppable. It's like you can't steal it, you can't break through him, you can't stop his dunks, you can't stop his shots, man.
Yeah, he passed it to a player, and that player gonna make the shot.
To make the shot.
You know, it's
Yo,
yeah. No, you got it out. You
no,
got it
no,
out.
no, no. Go ahead,
Nah,
go ahead.
I just want to say it just remind me of the Matrix. Now everything slowed down for him. He was blocking bullets and moving them out the way. You know.
Con, con, man. And then what happened? He got so good, he just stopped them. He didn't even need to dodge them no more. He was able to just stop them, man.
Hey, Lucy did sort of the same thing in that movie.
That's right. Hey, Lucy was able to levitate, put them up to the ceiling, make them go unconscious in a blink of an eye, man. She was able to see light beaming from the sky and touching the heads of everybody, the connection and all that stuff, man.
Yeah, manipulating the elements.
Con. That's right.
yeah, I got Isaiah 47:3. It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
Yeah, the Most High is not gonna meet thee as a man, man. And when he doesn't meet you as a man, the elect are gonna be changed just like someone get me on John 3 real quick. I think it's John 3 verse 3 or
Con
first John 3 verse 3. Hold on, let me get it real quick.
Yahweh
I know it's
Shah
in
answered to them, verily, no.
no first John 3 and 3.
Con.
Yeah, like
It's
the video Apostle Tahar put up about Israel Adesanya, the MMA fighter.
yeah.
He's from New Zealand, but he's originally from Nigeria. You know, and
Oh,
there's
you
a
talking
video.
about Israel Edu? I forget how to say his last name.
Yeah, Adesanya.
Yeah, Con.
Adesanya. But yeah, there's a video. It's called "When Israel Adesanya Goes God Mode." You know,
God mode. Yeah.
and the Muslims can't get
I
near
got a
him.
video. I got another video similar. Is when I listened to this jazz musician named John Coltrane, and there's a time no, and him and Kenny Garrett when he went into God mode, you know,
Mm.
and the way they play that them notes is like how can one man get them type of sounds to come out of that instrument?
Con.
And it's the same, pretty much the same thing with us. How can we get this song that nobody else really can understand? You know,
Con,
because the Lord is playing us as instruments. You know, it's Him that's coming through us, man. It ain't of us.
that's right.
You know.
Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's like Jimi Hendrix, Miles Davis.
Yeah.
They just
Con.
go into a mode where you just like you can't even imitate it, no matter how much you try.
That's
Yeah.
right. Because the Lord putting that spirit on. Yo, Jake has a special spirit, man. Jake has
Con.
a very special spirit that these heathens can't mimic. Even the best singers and best performers and best creators of heathens, man, can't touch a low Jake, man.
Right. They try to
Jake's spirit
imitate
is
it by the magic that they do on the left hand side. That's why a lot of actors they channel. They do channeling. You know.
con, con, man. And Jake just has it.
Right.
Jake just has it. Jay don't need to do all this crazy stuff, man. And we're on a low level right now,
Con.
you know.
This
Yeah,
first.
get verse 2.
Yeah. Verse 2. Con. This
Verse 2.
First John 3:2.
Mhm.
Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be, but we
Mhm.
know that when we shall
When he
appear,
when he
no
shall appear.
Salaki, when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is.
Yeah, and he's gonna be in that angelic force, man. So when he comes down and start giving you nations a pounding, man, for oppressing us and keeping us down and laughing at us, man, the elect is gonna come over there with him, man. They're gonna come in great power, and they're gonna slap chains upon you. Hey, Psalms 149, execute the judgment that is written. That's the whole point, right? Jeremiah 16, I shall send for many fishers and then also send for many hunters. Because right now it's the fishing, and then soon it's gonna be hunting when Yahushua comes back. All the talking and all the BS that you people be saying, man, that's done with, man. Wordplay is over. Now it's becoming physical, man. Okay,
Con,
and you already know that anybody can be a wise guy until it's time to get physical. When it's physical, then that's when you really see what's up, right? So that's what Yabba Shemishai is saying, man. Yeah, be wise guys. Talk your crap. Because when
Like Tyson said, everyone got a plan until they get hit.
Khan, that's right. Yo, and that's so beautiful because once they get hit and they feel the force, all of a sudden that confidence leaves you, man. That confidence of your game plan and thought, hey, so Obadiah real quick, just because let me get that. Just because you said that, man. That's beautiful. This is Obadiah uh 2 and 3. I mean Obadiah 3. It says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliff of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Thou that exalt thyself as an eagle, and thou that set thy nest among the stars, then shall they bring me down, says Yahweh Shai. And how did your pride deceive you? Because you have a game plan, right? You have your satellites in space, you have your underground bunkers, you have your Area 51 where you have high tech technology to fight the Lord and all that stuff. That's a game plan. But when Yahweh Shai comes with all the angels, man, and knocks your game plan out, man, you're gonna be fumbling back and forth thinking, what the heck did I just get myself into? And the earth is gonna be the stage ring. And you know how it goes in boxing. You can't leave the ring, man. You gotta finish the fight. So that's how Yahweh Shemir says, man. You're gonna have to come and finish the fight, man. All right. And the most gonna be like Mayweather. He's gonna make sure that you keep fighting to your last breath. Even when you're tired, man, you better swing. It's gonna be a clean knockout. You know. So I'm gonna read that one more time. Okay. Obadiah 3. It says, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock whose habitation is high. Now, that's their condos, the towers, all of that. Okay. Says that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thy set thy nest among the stars, the space programs, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh Shem Yashai, man. And that's a deadly thing to have pride, because you think you're gonna rule us forever. You think you're gonna have us in hardcore bondage, but you even have that new world order where you're trying to have our position and rule everybody on the planet. But most I said, your own pride has deceived you, man. Your own ambitions, your own evil imaginations have deceived you, man. All right. Anybody have a precept? I have a precept coming up. Nobody has a precept.
No, not at the moment.
Okay. It says Salakia. This is this is Psalms 10 and 2. So the the wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, man. And these devices are your movies of showing your future. You know, Jeremiah, what's that movie again? Oh, was it Monday? I believe
What
Monday.
happened to Monday? What
What
happened
happened
to
to Monday,
yeah?
right? And that took that was in the future. And in the future, they showed themselves still ruling. They were showing that they were controlling birth, who was to be born, how much people to be born, how much people to let live, where you can pass. They had RFID chips. You know, you had chips in there. They had border patrol. You know, they had all these things because they really believe that their devices, right? All these things that they've created and thought of that they're going to try and put in place is going to keep them in power forever. But the Most I said, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined, man. All right, because all these things that you guys are plotting and trying to bring forth, Yahweh Shemashai has a counter plan to keep you guys underfoot, to bring you guys low. All right, because did it not Jake in the Dark Ages, didn't they not have plans to rule forever? I'm pretty sure they did. Didn't they not have plans to build this and do that and create this? But what did the Most High did? He sent the Black Plague, you know, to sit down Jake, and then he rose up the Edomites, man, to take over. So what makes you Edomites so much different? And we're the chosen people, and he did that to us. So what makes you guys think you're gonna just escape the plagues? And then right, because what did they have here? My was it the phoenix rise out of the ashes? They
Which
believe
one?
they're gonna rise back up as when they put in they as a phoenix to represent them to rise out of the ashes. They
Mm.
believe that they're gonna rise out of this destruction, man, and rebuild again and
Well, that's a
repopulate.
scripture with the Malachi. They shall, the Lord will throw down, so we will build up.
Hey,
Something to
let's
that
get
effect.
yeah, let's get that.
Right?
Get that.
So,
Malachi 1 and 4. You know,
so I got it. This is Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
right,
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they
right,
shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
right. And that forever is a very strong word, man. Meaning he's not gonna just be mad at you for a time period and then forget about what you did and then let you continue on in your wicked ways. He says forever, man. The righteous indignation. He has righteous anger against you. So you can build. You can say. You can show in your movies that after the world's destroyed, you know, like Maze Runner, you're gonna come out and you're gonna rebuild and repopulate and have all these nice luxury things and then fly over into Mars and then build on a Mars. You're not gonna do all these things that you dream of, man. That's the actual wicked imagination, man. That's you. You're actually fooling yourself. Because if you think on the most like green Earth that you're gonna even tip past that Van Allen belt, you have another thing coming, man. All right. No, it's real though because we as people take their movies as entertainment, they really believe in the things they're showing. Like they truly believe that everything like what is it, Titan? That
Yeah,
movie Titan. They truly believe that they're somehow gonna make themselves into some enhanced being and go out and find all these other planets and live on that, man. It's not happening. Okay? That's why you guys are fools. Hey, and someone give me Job 30 and 8. Job 30 and 8
Con.
is the perfect for this, man.
This Job 30 and 8. It says, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
Yeah, look
And
up the word fool
con,
in the lyrics, man.
this is fools. And it's Naval. It means foolish, senseless, a fool.
Senseless. Senseless. You guys are senseless, man. because here it is, your whole system is breaking apart. Okay, you have people rising up against you. Okay, you have countries rising up against you. You have the Israelites rising up against you, and yet you still believe that you're gonna somehow control the course of this action to benefit you, man. You believe that you can make these movies mocking the Most High, making the angels as aliens, making the Most High as yourself, making this Savior yourself, and then you're not gonna pay. And even if you say, okay, the Messiah's gonna come, we're gonna fight, you believe you're gonna win. I mean, there's nothing more stupid than a person who thinks they're gonna win against an almighty power that made you, man. You can't even you can't kill yourself, go to the spirit world and come back here on the spot, but yet you're gonna go toe to toe that with somebody that can raise up the dead, change their form to be in an angelic power, and you're saying you're gonna fight against a power like that and win? That's foolishness, man. That means you have
The
no
Most High is
logical
just setting
sense.
up. The Most High is just setting up a trap, man.
That's right. That's snare, man. Hey, Job 18. So let me get that. If no one has a precept, man. Job 18. Let me get that. This is
You got it.
yeah. This is one of you brothers can break this down. Job 18 and 7. It says, "The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for
Yeah,
him in the ground."
and what the brother is reading is basically the lead's plan, man. So it says
Right,
they should be taking their own steps and their own counsels, man. You know,
right,
so all their plans about Rex 84 and Project Magneto and setting up a new world order and all this shit, it's gonna be ensnared because he's gonna have holes in his own game, so to speak. You know,
right,
and the most is gonna take him, right?
right. It says, "The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and the destruction shall be ready at his side." See, it says shall be ready at his side, man. So it doesn't really matter where you go. It doesn't matter how you try to escape. The most I said is gonna
Right.
be ready.
What it said, it also said we're going to go and dig them out of the moles. You know, they think they're
Yeah,
going to
right.
escape going underground. They think they're going to go to space, like you said, past the Van Allen belt, like the one video, the one movie where I think the spaceships was called Arcs. I can't remember what movie it was that they named the space they named the spaceships as they were supposed to, something was supposed to happen that the Earth was going to be destroyed, and they all were supposed to get into the Ark to leave to leave the world to go to find a new Earth with oxygen. But that's what he think he going to do: escape his judgment.
Con. Right.
Yeah, I got a precept after if you want to ask something.
Um,
Yeah, you can bring it out.
you
You had
got.
some, right, Sandy?
I'll bring it out after you.
Khan, this is Jeremiah 50 and 22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And I chose you, the Most High describing America as a hammer, man. And is it not? Is it not fucking bashing other nations and just tearing shit up?
Con.
You know, it might come into your land physically and exercise warfare, or it might exercise warfare in a covert manner. You know, the CIA and all these other groups, right? It says, verse 24, I've laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh. Right?
Con, man.
It says, verse 25, the Lord Yahweh has opened the runway and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation, which is what? The missiles, man.
Right.
Right? For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. And that's what we're getting close to, man. Nothing will be left of America, man. Okay? You're not gonna have archaeologists come and try to dig it up, or Arabs come and pitch tents. You know, it tells you that there's only going to be wild beasts of the field, man, of the wilderness.
Con.
right? It says, verse 26, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heap, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh of power, the vengeance of his temple, which is
Con.
what's his temple? It's his people, man. Pursuant
Con.
to 1 Corinthians 3:16. Oh,
Con. You done on that?
Con. Yeah, you can.
You done on that?
con.
This Revelation 11 and 18, and the nations were angry, and the wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Okay. So you think the Lord not going to get back at you for what the work, the job you've done on this place? You got an island of trash the size of France floating in the ocean. You got rivers of plastic in the South America. You know, you got lands that are our land, to be specific, that used to be beautiful. Now you can't even grow vegetation over there. You got to import vegetation in order for to have trees and grass over there. You defiling the land with gay parades, kosher pork. You know, so it
God.
says you got it.
People already forgot about the BP oil spill, like almost
Yeah,
what was it now,
yeah.
like 10 years ago? That they probably just cleaned that shit up. That shit's probably still going in the ocean, man.
That
Con.
shit. You know what? And I remember stories being brought out that it's still tore up down there. You know that oil spill. That Gulf of Mexico. I heard it supplies like 80% of America's it used to at one point 80% of America's seafood. Like in the wintertime when people got a fucking craving for them crabs and shit, a lot of the crabs would come from the Gulf of Mexico down in that area. Now that
Huh.
oil spill created a lot of damage. And the reason and one of the reasons I think that was I'm gonna say after Katrina. That was after Katrina or before, I can't remember, but
It was after, yeah.
after Katrina. One of the reasons they went down there into New Orleans after that hurricane is because they found oil. You know, and New Orleans is in New Orleans is right near the Gulf of Mexico. You know, so Esau got paid for that shit, man.
Con. Con.
God, that's right. That's right. Yeah, the
For
BP oil spill was 2010.
Con. So yeah, that was after Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
So I
was a
mean,
terrible
it
blow.
says and should it destroy them, which destroy the earth. And part of him destroying the earth is trying to destroy us, man.
Con.
The scripture I brought out, he furthered. I don't know if I brought it out, but he furthered the affliction. It was one thing
Con.
for us to have to be in slavery and subjection to this man, but he furthered it. He did things that was beyond righteous. We ain't we not going to further the affliction on an unrighteous side. Like we're not going to be cutting rods off and sticking them in jars and buck breaking and all that shit. We're going to do everything in righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Con.
That was it. That was it on that too.
And I have a preset.
Don.
This is Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by sword will Yahweh by Shem Shai plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh by Shem Shai shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abominations and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's the world, man. Okay, that's Esau. We were just talking about them doing the kosher pork and going into the sea and grabbing crabs and all that stuff, man. And they try to sanctify themselves with all this stuff, man. Going over there and eating the swine's flesh, man, and doing all types of abomination. This is what Esau's society promotes and thrives on, right? Yahweh Shemir says that they all shall be consumed together, man, by fire and by sword, man. And we all know what's the anti-sword. if someone can get the precept, Isaiah 34, this is my glittering sword, man. It's the nuclear missiles. Okay, that's Yahweh Shemiasai's sword, man. He's gonna use to destroy Esau and his own, and he created the what the smith that blows in the fire, man. He put it in the mind of these German scientists to create his own weapon to destroy Esau, man. Esau's own hand created his own destruction. All right.
Which verse was that?
This is Isaiah 66 and 16.
No, I mean the one you
Oh, which one?
Is it
the one you
34 and
wanted in
5?
34.
Yeah, there's Isaiah 34, and then also the other one was like I think Isaiah 57 and 16. He bowls to the core, or 58 and 16. It's one of the two.
I think it's Isaiah 34 and 5.
No, that's for the sword. I'm talking about the one where it says, "And he created a workman."
Smith to blow off the
to blow-
coals.
Yeah.
Come.
Con.
I'll get that one.
All right.
Okay, con.
Okay, I got it. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Yeah, and that's those German scientists, man, who created the atomic bomb. And now you have the nuclear. Now you have nuclear bombs, man, and they have the nuclear missiles, and those are the wasters, man. Because if you look at a video of when an atomic bomb or a nuclear bomb hits, man, it's devastating. Okay, it legit wastes everything. It brings stuff that stand tall and bring a flat line like a pancake. Okay, it literally wastes, and it's crazy because Esau means wasted away is he, and then he creates an instrument that wastes everything, including himself. All right. So Esau is just a man that wastes and destroys. All
He's a
right,
son of perdition.
that's right, and that's why they were the perfect race to invent the waster to destroy, man.
Yeah, Esau wasted away.
That's right, and he is, and that's the Most High is beautiful because he is gonna be wasted away, like
Waste man.
literally wasted away, waste man.
Come.
He's literally gonna be wasted away,
Who is Waste Man?
man.
Hey, the waste man got you, Jake, calling yourselves waste man.
Come.
The true waste man. Go ahead.
That was it.
Con.
You went to Isaiah 34?
Con.
It doesn't mention the glittering sword, but I'll bring this up. Isaiah 34 and 5. Slocking. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's the one you talking about?
Yeah, just do that one.
Con,
And
for
the
my
other ones in Deuteronomy 32.
Yeah, I had that on deck too.
All right,
For my
con.
sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yeah, who's the sacrifice? You people, man. All right, 2/3, you heathens, Esau. You guys are that sacrifice, man. Because what it says, the blood can't be cleansed but by what? The blood of him that shed it. And the Most High is gonna do that in a quick fashion. Okay, because in Revelation 18 he said in 1 hour he's gonna wipe this place clean, man. You're gonna have the fastest destruction known to man, known in history, man.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Gone in 60 seconds, man. And the movie Terminator shows you that. Look how fast that one city got flatlined.
Gone.
You know, because when you look in other armies, right? They took a couple hours, days. Some took months of war, right? But you're gonna be the kingdom that get shut down in less than 60 minutes. Most is gonna take you down in 60 minutes and less, man. Okay,
And look how long it took Esau to so-called build this place up when we did it as slaves, man.
that's right. That's right, man. Hey, was
You
that
wanted
it?
that Deuteronomy? Yeah, that was it on that.
Yeah, you the Deuteronomy.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 32 and 41. If I wet my glittering sword and my hand take hold
Whip
on
out
judgment,
sword. hold up. He said, "If I wet my glittering sword, man." So when those nukes hit the firmament, that's the most like wetting that glittering sword. When it comes just out of the atmosphere and then cools back in, that's wetting the glittering sword, man. Because when you
Hmm.
look up, you see it. It glitters, man. The sun's sparkling all on it, man. It's looking all shiny. Then
Yeah.
it's coming back down to the atmosphere. Go ahead.
Con. And my hand take hold on judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me.
Yeah, it says and reward them that hate me. And how do you hate the Lord, man? By one, not following his law, statutes, and commandments. Two, going up against his people. Okay, when you go up against the Most High's chosen people, you're showing hatred towards Yahweh Shemir Shai. Okay, because we were put on the earth to govern you nations, man. We were put on the earth to set y'all in order. Okay, keep reading. Keep read all the way to 43.
Con. Verse 42. I will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my
Mm-hmm.
sword shall devour flesh.
And when you're drunk with blood, man, that means you're drunk off something. You're consuming the whole bottle pretty much, man, till you're just out of it, till you basically pass out. These missiles are gonna hit and drink up all these dead bodies. Gonna consume y'all, man. All right, go ahead.
Con. And you know, sometimes when you get drunk, you go in a rage. So
Con.
the missiles are going to go in a rage to taste more blood. You know, to create more blood, more
That's
destruction.
right. That's right.
It
And you
says,
know what's so beautiful about that too, Salakia?
"Nah,
What's so beautiful about that too? Esau has nuclear power plants. So imagine when fire and all that.
yeah,
Not just that, man. You add
con,
into the fire. You got oil. Yeah, and he has also what um the oil tunnels,
yeah." You
um
got
Gas
gas
gas line.
lines.
gas
Yep,
lines, and then on top of that, he's so dumb. He's spraying chemtrails in the air. Who knows what happens when fire touches those, man?
con.
Crazy.
He got all the metals and gases floating around, man. You know, this place is just waiting to just be consumed with that fire. And you know
That's
what? And
right.
you know, for America is large, man. So we don't know
Con,
how big the actual Earth is.
con,
With a continent that size being destroyed, that fire that's going to create, that's going to be that cleansing agent that's going. You know, it's going to be going off in other places, but that's what's going to
con.
cleanse the earth, the air, and everything, man. You know, the Lord going to create
Right.
that process to begin a renewing this place. You know, being refreshed, man.
Con that
Only
smoke.
the smoke, yeah, the fire. That's the only way you can cleanse this filth, man. Sometimes you come outside and breathe the air, and you can just you know it don't even
Start
you know it
coughing.
don't yeah you cough sometimes, man.
Con,
Like you hitting a
con.
blunt. Like god damn.
Yep.
Some
Con,
days when it's real hot here, I don't know about up there, man, but this smog down here, man, it be when it be real hot, it's unbearable. Like they will have, let's say if it's a day like 95 degrees, they will have other warnings to go along with the temperature. Like it's a cold, the air quality is cold red today, or the air
Mhm.
quality is cold yellow. Like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
they got it here too.
Okay,
con,
con. So
con.
yeah, man. Um, verse 43, right?
No, 42. Start again.
Oh yeah,
Start again.
42.
Actually,
I
yeah.
will make mine arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy.
Con. Go ahead.
He
43.
rejoice, O ye nations, with his people,
Right. He
for
says,
he
"Rejoice, all you nations, with his people." Okay. Go ahead.
for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people.
And that's just plain. That's just plain, man. There's no other way to get around that. You know.
Con. I had a precept.
Go ahead.
Con, this is Jeremiah 51 and 35. It says, "The violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon.
Shall the inhabitants of Zion say? And that's a lot of violence, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's what the elect. That's going to be the great pledge for America, man. It's going to be the inner collapse, right? The food riots, martial law, race riots, all kinds of chaos. And then that final, the final drum roll comes in, the missiles are going to clean it up, man. You know, Um, and my blood upon the inhabitants of Chaldea shall Jerusalem say. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will plead thy cause, and take vengeance for thee. And I will dry up her sea, and make her springs dry. And Babylon shall become heath, a dwelling place for dragons, and astonishment, and an hissing without an inhabitant. They shall roar together like lions, they shall yell as lions whelp.
I think a bug clipped out.
Fine. I was good on that though, but yeah, man, that's a judgment that's coming to the state, man. You know,
God.
it's gonna be a very grave matter, right? Because you people out there, you think this is a damn joke, and we're just crazy people talking nonsense, man. And you're misinterpreting the Bible and all this. Listen, man, when these things start happening, don't come looking for us, man. Okay?
God.
We will be in the I can't find you section. All right, we're not gonna be trying to look for you people. Okay, we're gonna try to be surviving ourselves, man. But mainly praying and keeping these scriptures in our minds, man, our mental, you know, and watching what's happening. And Lord's will be a part of the prophecy of my servant shall laugh, so you shall mourn. You know, I pray in that day we get that laugh, man. You know, we see you people jacked up. You know,
God.
you have anything else?
Yeah, I'm looking for something.
And I'll read one more verse in the same chapter. It's more above though. Jeremiah 51:24. It says, "And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain." Right now in the scriptures, when you read certain times about mountains, a mountain represents a government.
God.
You know, that's why the top elites, when they meet from different countries, they call it a summit meeting. When you look up the word summit, that's the highest point of a mountain. Okay, that's the pinnacle.
God.
So the Most High is against. He's calling America what? A destroying mountain, man.
And can our people agree with that? You know,
Right.
What was that statistic about America being in a war every year since its inception or something like that? To that effect, or every
Yeah.
decade.
Been in the war every God.
Yeah, some stat like that, man. You know?
Right.
Because even after World War II, you had Vietnam, you had Korea. You know, you had different Gulf
Different
of
small wars.
Yeah.
Different small wars going on. Yeah.
Different situations. You know,
Yeah.
so they've been doing that, man. Hey, the brother just said, bring on one more scripture, and then we'll just close up.
Yeah, Con, I seen that. I got just because you brought out the mountains, the large governments, and everything. I'm gonna bring out the chief house of Esau, and they're basically behind all the wickedness that's here in this place. And eventually, this is going to be their judgment. It's Exodus 17 and 14. It says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven." And that's what we're looking forward to. These people who had the audacity to take our identity from us, man.
God.
Pretend that they are us, man. Being Jewish, man. You know, since even before they came in charge in in Israel in 1949, the world has been in utter chaos, man, because they still in power here, man. So the moment they're taken out of power, that's when the Lord, righteousness is going to start being reestablished here, man. But until then, Amalek, man, they got a lot to pay for, man. You so-called Jews, man. You fake Jewish rats, man.
That's right. Them serpents, man, because they were the most wicked, vile Edomites, man, because they were the ones, Amalek. They when Israel was in the wilderness for 40 years, they would come behind where the women and the children and the old people were, and they would start killing them, man.
Start killing them,
And
right?
that's how they were fighting us. They weren't fighting us head first with the men and the warriors. They would come behind that multitude. Right. Hey, man, most I said, don't forget the wickedness of Amalek, man.
Don't forget the wickedness of Amalek, huh?
You know.
It says, Khan, I'm gonna jump to verse 16. It says, "For he said, because the Lord have sworn that the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will have war with Amalek from generation to generation." Hey, and that final deciding war is going to be your fate. You know, for that after that war is over, you got 1,000 years of hell being put on you, man. Even the oldest kites. You know, that's where they get the word kite from. You know, a lot of the Palestinians, they call them Jews kites, or, you know, that's where it comes from, man.
That's right.
Con, and with that, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to say, we want to say all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Hawakwah Kadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and the sincere shalom to all the Akim out laboring in truth and sincerity and sound doctrine. And you know, you Edomites, man, you got hell to pay.
Yep, that's right.
With that, you know, shalom.
We won.